It was another normal day in Star City. People were doing their normal everyday routines. And one in particular was doing some unusual experiments. Dr. Sheila Black was combining the DNA of different sea creatures in her lab.
At last! I've got the DNA of an octopus and a manta ray in this tank. My days as a marine biologist will soon be over because the government will be raving about this for years. Behold, the octaray.
Suddenly, one of the octaray's tentacles knocked Dr. Black into a table. One of the needles on the table injected her with shark DNA. In one moment, her entire body became that of a shark.
Well, octaray, it looks like you and I have a date at the seafood restaurant. On second thought, I have a better idea.
Dr. Black, now calling herself Shark Woman, starting feeling evil. Then she had an evil idea. She would put her serum into Star City's water supply to contaminate the sea creatures in the ocean.
Are you ready to dump the serum into the water?
Of course. I've got a tube in each tentacle. You said this would enhance all the sea creatures, right? The fact that I'm talking means this stuff is pretty sophisticated.
Yes, octaray. I put in some human DNA for good measure. It was in the formula I used to create you.
I can't wait to see what it's going to do.
Just think, soon all the creatures of the sea will be at my command, and I will rule the ocean and the world!
And I'll be second in command.
So, Shark Woman and Octaray poured the serum into the ocean, and it began to alter the DNA of all the creatures. They started to develop human legs and arms, and they were all able to talk. They began to walk on land and terrorize the people. The whole city was soon in panic.
I never knew altering DNA could be so much fun.
Well, boss, you've got the whole city in an uproar. It looks like no one can stop us now.
It looked like no one could stop Shark Woman and Octaray. They robbed banks,
Everybody, this is a stick-up!
stole food,
Give me your food.
and were just plain mean.
Here, me!
Yes, we are.
The mayor soon called a town meeting. Every citizen of Star City gathered to try to figure out what to do.
Citizens of Star City, this meeting will now begin. As you all know, some strange sea creatures have been making our lives miserable. If you have some information or ideas, speak now or forever hold your peace. Oops, wrong finish. Speak up now.
I lost 3 goldfish last week, and I can't visit the aquarium due to the current crisis. Does anyone have any idea how to defeat this woman? Shark? I haven't seen anything like this before.
I tried to capture the creatures with fishing poles, and they broke them like twigs. They wouldn't take the bait.
You ought to try my mother-in-law. She was a shark before any of these creatures showed up.
My grandfather could put them right to sleep just by telling his stories.
Okay. I don't think those ideas are going to work. Are there any scientists here? We need to hear from the experts.
A strange man dressed in white raised his hand.
I'm Dr. Jones, and I'm an oceanographer. The only way we can defeat these creatures is by figuring out how they came into existence. But we can't do it by ourselves. We need...
The whole city turned to look where the source of the eating was coming from. It was David Dunbar.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to eat my lunch. You were saying, Dr. Jones?
Anyway, we need to figure out how these creatures got here, where they came from, how they were made, etc. But we need help. We need Wheelman.
I can get him for you. He is a friend of mine.
Well, we already know how to contact him. Just say grease.
Yeah, I know. But don't worry, folks. Wheelman will help solve this problem of this shark woman. But he's gonna need some help. Everyone, go home and get your weapons. We'll all meet back here in an hour.
I'll get my harpoons.
I'll get my spear.
I'll get my mother-in-law.
I'll get my squirt gun.
All right, everybody, move out.
The citizens of Star City all went home to gather their weapons. David Dunbar stayed behind, waiting until everyone was out.
Now I think it's time to grease the wheels.
So David Dunbar became Wheelman once again and went to the ocean side to do some investigating.
I'm going to go to the ocean side and do some investigating.
And, we're out of time. Tune in next time to find out if Wheelman will succeed in defeating Shark Woman. Will he be able to stop her? Find out in the next episode of
Wheelman.